billion years. At first, all living things were tiny, single-celled organisms, a bit like bacteria. But gradually, an astonishing variety of life has developed, from huge, noisy, or colorful things to tiny, silent, or almost see-through ones. What an imaginative creation. Understanding evolution. Evolution means change over time. Lots of people, including the famous Charles Darwin, have made discoveries that help us to think about how living things have gradually become more and more varied. We refer to our best current scientific ideas about this exciting process as the theory of evolution. Small changes. Change over time happens because every living thing is like its parents, but also a little bit different from them. Sometimes small changes that make a creature different from its parents can be very useful. They might help the creature get more food, hide from predators, or look more attractive to creatures of the same species. If they help the creature have more babies, then these changes are likely to be passed on to the next generation. Over many generations, lots of little changes add up to big differences, resulting in more and more new shapes, sizes, colors, and eventually, new species. One huge, complicated family. To help us study God's huge family of living things, we divide it into different groups based on how closely related the living things are. All the creatures in one group are more closely related to each other than they are to anything outside that group. Species. The name we use for one of the smallest groups is species. You could picture it like a leaf on the family tree. Species means a group of closely related living things that are similar enough to each other that they can have healthy babies together. Genus. The next biggest kind of group is called a genus. This is a collection of closely related species that all have particular things in common. They sit together on the tree of life like leaves attached to the same twig. In the case of Tyrannosaurus rex, Tyrannosaurus is the name of the genus it is part of, and Rex is its species name. Tree of life. The dinosaur group contains thousands of different genus and species groups, like a big leafy tree branch. The dinosaur group sits alongside other massive groups, such as mammals, insects, and amphibians. These sit together within an even bigger group, the animal kingdom. Even so, animals are still just one part of God's awe-inspiring tree of life. So how did God make dinosaurs? Many Christians think God created every single weird and wonderful living thing through the processes of evolution. That includes the dinosaurs. Prayer. Thank you, God, for all you have made. Your mind-boggling creativity has given us so many different animals to learn about and take care of. Digging up the dinosaurs. He, Jesus, existed before anything else, and he holds all creation together. Colossians chapter 1, verse 17, NLT. All over the world, scientists called paleontologists dig up fossils and study them. Their discoveries show us lots of exciting things about the dinosaurs God has made, and we are always finding out more. Cake layers. Deep down inside planet Earth, it is hot and squishy. But the Earth's surface is made of layers of rock arranged like the layers in a giant cake. This rock record tells us about Earth's history. Each time period represented in the rocks has been given a name. Most of God's dinosaurs lived in a long time period called the Mesozoic era, which can be divided into 3 shorter periods. The oldest of these is the Triassic, next is the Jurassic, and the most recent is the Cretaceous, which ended about 66 million years ago. You might not be able to imagine that far back, but God was there, enjoying his dinosaurs roaming through the Mesozoic era. The Cenozoic era. Quaternary, Neogene, Paleogene. The Mesozoic era. Cretaceous, Jurassic, Triassic. The Paleozoic era. Permian, Carboniferous, Devonian, Silurian, Ordovician, Cambrian, Precambrian. How fossils are made. Fossils are the remains or traces of creatures.